Hi, so this was suggested to me as a project and I thought it was an awesome idea. So what we're going to do is going to make a hot staple repair gun. Now they've become really popular because everybody's bumper these days is plastic. You get even a little nudge, you get a crack in your bumper and it can cost you hundreds of pounds to replace that bumper. So hot plastic staples have become really popular. And it was suggested to me and I thought it was an awesome idea to use one of these things. This is a microwave oven transformer. What we do is we remove that secondary coil. Now in order to do that, just check out the video Microwave Oven Transformers, how to use them for projects, and I do exactly that step by step. Just remove that secondary and you end up with this. This is a bit of a smaller transformer from a smaller oven, but it works the same. And here we've got the primary left in place, secondary removed, and that's ready to go. Takes about 5 minutes to get that secondary out using the way I do it. The other thing we're going to need is a jumper cable. You can see this one's actually a bit burnt, so I'm going to sacrifice it to this. And we just snip that off. And then put one turn of your jumper cable into the space you've just made when you took the secondary out. And that's it, we're ready to go. Just check your ends are relatively level. Okay, now we can strap those together with some wonderful zip ties. And all we have to do is snip these ends off so we've got some bare wire. And then we're going to put a connector on using this stuff. I'll do a close-up of how to make those connectors. Okay, so we've cut off a couple of lengths of our 8mm micro bore copper tubing. We've also got here a couple of lengths of rubber hose that I've just cut off that micro bore fits into, and there's the pre-prepared ends. And this is just so simple. All you do is stick your copper wire into your cut copper pipe. When it's in there, take a hammer and whack it flat. And that makes a really strong connection. Obviously, we don't really want to be touching that bit, so we want to feed this onto here. Now it can be a bit stiff, so just put a bit of washing up liquid onto the copper pipe and feed your rubber hose on, pushing it all the way down. So there's our finished lugs. Now we need something to reduce the size of that tube to take the staple, and we're going to use some brass tube. Now we're going to use two sizes, so that size first of all reduces it a little bit further, but that's still too big for the staple, so then we're going to insert a bit of brass tube like that. And we use the same technique, that is just stick the tube in there and whack the thing flat. If you've got a vise, then you can put it in a vise. And that makes that. And then we put the smaller one in and again crimp it flat. Okay, and that's your hot stapler finished. So let's give it a go. Okay, so I've got this bit of scrap plastic. I've made a couple of staples. I just bent these out of some steel wire that I happen to have hanging around, but you can buy these staples, so you wouldn't need to bend them. If you buy staples, then you need to make sure that that tube fits the staples that you're going to buy. I made it so that it would fit that. I've wired this up, just dead simple, live in, neutral in, momentary switch breaking the live. If you were to make this as a serious bit of kit, you'd obviously want a container, and then you'd put an earth into that. all I'm going to do is attach my staple, which goes into the little tubes that we just put there. Plug it in, we're ready to go. Incidentally, the voltage coming out of this side is about 0.8 of a volt, so it's about as dangerous as a AA battery. The voltage on this side is 240 volts, so you don't want to be messing around with that side. This side, really, don't worry about it. But let's give it a go and see if it works. That is actually working. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to give you a close-up of that. There's the crack in my plastic right there. Let's put the staple onto it. That's awesome, actually. It's right there. It's buried in the plastic. That's that's really very cool. I had a lot of fun doing that. So there we go, a DIY hot stapler for plastic repair that actually works. Made from a microwave oven transformer. And like I say, that bit, perfectly safe. That bit, stick in an enclosure, earth the thing, and you're going to have yourself a lovely bit of kit. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I hope it was of interest, and thank you very much for watching.